Welcome to Final Year 5 Homework 13 Walkthrough. Question 1. Using the passage as a guide, it can be understood that Alec and Bill are Option A. Plumbers, who repair inner piping structures of buildings to ensure proper movement of water and waste. Option B. Carpenters, who build, craft, or restore items or buildings particularly made out of wood. Option C. Real estate agents, who advertise and sell homes based on the property values in a certain area. Option D. Home contractors, who specialize in home improvements and new construction. The correct answer is Option D. Home contractors, who specialize in home improvements and new construction. Explanation. Alec and Bill are renovating a house by reinforcing fixtures, repainting walls, and deciding on flooring. These tasks align with the work of home contractors specializing in renovations. Question 2. Alec argues against carpeting the bottom floor because carpet is Option A. Temporarily attractive. Option B. Seemingly cozy. Option C. Difficult to clean. Option D. Convenient and cheap. The correct answer is Option C. Difficult to clean. Explanation. Alec reminds Bill that carpet is hard to clean, especially for homes with pets or children. This makes it less suitable for their renovation project. Question 3. Alec argues that hardwood flooring would make the house look blank, while Bill feels it may be too blank. Which of the following word pairs best completes the above sentence? Option A. Original and expensive. Option B. Comfortable and warm. Option C. Genuine and cheap. Option D. Hard and convenient. The correct answer is Option A. Original and expensive. Explanation. Alec prefers hardwood floors because they honor the original design of the house. However, Bill points out that high-quality hardwood floors can be very expensive. Question 4. Bill and Alec dismiss the green tile as an option because it lacks Option A. Texture. Option B. Comfort. Option C. Beauty. Option D. Quality. The correct answer is Option D. Quality. Explanation. While tile is described as cheap and convenient, it does not align with the high-grade renovations Alec and Bill want, indicating it lacks quality. Question 5. As used in the final paragraph, the word longevity most nearly means Option A. Quality. Option B. Elevated. Option C. Long life. Option D. Expensive. The correct answer is Option C. Long life. Explanation. The word longevity refers to how long-lasting and durable the hardwood floors are, which Alec and Bill value in their renovation plan. Question 6. It can be understood that Alec and Bill ultimately decide to order Option A. Hardwood floors, because they are inexpensive and attractive. Option B. Hardwood floors, because they are attractive and authentic. Option C. Carpet, because the new family will find it warm and comfortable. Option D. Carpet, because it will increase the value of the house. The correct answer is Option B. Hardwood floors, because they are attractive and authentic. Explanation. Alec and Bill choose hardwood floors because they match the original design and their aesthetic goals for the renovation. Question 7. This passage would be most useful to Option A. Marty, who is trying to decide on new flooring for the addition on his house. Option B. Samuel, who is trying to sell his house so he can move in with his cousin. Option C. Daniela, who lives next door to a rundown house that needs to be repaired. Option D. Shelby, who is thinking about painting the bathroom a new bright color. The correct answer is Option A. Marty, who is trying to decide on new flooring for the addition on his house. Explanation. The passage discusses the pros and cons of different flooring materials, making it helpful for someone deciding on flooring for their home. Question 8. According to the passage, sunlight helps your body by Option A. Enhancing the color of the skin. Option B. Reducing the amount of time spent indoors. Option C. Improving its ability to perform photosynthesis. Option D. Increasing its production of vitamin D. The correct answer is Option D. Increasing its production of vitamin D. Explanation. The passage explains that sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, which is essential for fighting off diseases. Question 9. The author of this passage is most interested in explaining how Option A. Kids become myopic. Option B. Outdoor exercise can improve your health. Option C. Being outside reduces myopia. Option D. Fun it is to exercise outdoors. The correct answer is Option C. Being outside reduces myopia. Explanation. The main focus of the passage is on how spending time outdoors can reduce the chances of becoming myopic or nearsighted. Question 10. In this passage, we learn about the likelihood of becoming myopic. Based on the information presented in the passage, which of the following persons suffers from myopia? Option A. Sarah, who has trouble seeing the animals on a safari. Option B. Tony, who has trouble seeing the text of a book. Option C. Micah, who has trouble seeing the objects in science class. Option D. Benito, who has trouble seeing his math homework. The correct answer is option A. Sarah, who has trouble seeing the animals on a safari. Explanation. Myopia refers to difficulty seeing faraway objects, such as animals on a safari. The other options involve near vision issues, which are not symptoms of myopia. Question 11. It can be understood that the two studies discussed in paragraph 2 produced, option A, the opposite conclusions. Option B, different conclusions. Option C, similar conclusions. Option D, the same conclusions. The correct answer is option C, similar conclusions. Explanation. Both studies found that kids who spend more time outdoors are less likely to become myopic, showing that they reached similar conclusions. Question 12. Using the information in paragraph 3, it can be understood that spending more time outside may improve a child's ability to see things that are far away by Roman numeral 1. Roman numeral 1. Giving him or her more opportunities to look into the distance. Roman numeral 2. Causing his or her eyes to contract. Roman numeral 3. Restricting his or her eye growth. A. Roman numeral 1 only. B. Roman numerals 1 and 2 only. C. Roman numerals 2 and 3 only. D. Roman numerals 1, 2, and 3. The correct answer is option D. Roman numerals 1, 2, and 3. Explanation. Spending more time outdoors gives kids opportunities to look into the distance, causes their eyes to contract due to bright light, and may restrict eye growth, all of which can reduce the likelihood of becoming myopic. Question 13. Which of the following best summarizes the conclusion of this passage? A. There is no relationship between time spent outdoors and the chance of becoming myopic, but going outdoors certainly helps the body in other ways. B. There may be a relationship between time spent outdoors and the chance of becoming myopic, but going outdoors certainly helps the body in other ways. C. There is a strong relationship between time spent outdoors and the chance of becoming myopic, but going outdoors does not help the body in other ways. D. There is a direct relationship between time spent outdoors and the chance of becoming myopic, but going outdoors does not help the body in other ways. The correct answer is option D. There is a direct relationship between time spent outdoors and the chance of becoming myopic, but going outdoors does not help the body in other ways. Explanation. The passage concludes by discussing the possible direct relationship between outdoor time and reduced myopia, while emphasizing that outdoor activity benefits overall health. Question 14. There was once a prince who blanked to marry a princess, but then she must be a real princess. A. Contribute. B. Scarcely. C. Wished. D. Impossible. The correct answer is option C. Wished. Explanation. The prince wished to marry a real princess, as the story begins with his quest to find a suitable wife. Question 15. Whether they were real princesses, it was blank for him to decide. A. Impossible. B. Delicate. C. Prosperous. D. Caste. The correct answer is option A. Impossible. Explanation. The prince found it impossible to determine if the princesses he met were real, as something always seemed wrong. Question 16. At last he returned to his palace quite blank down. A. Tempest. B. Burden. C. Caste. D. Bedstead. The correct answer is option C. Caste. Explanation. The phrase cast down means he was feeling sad or disappointed after his failed attempts. Question 17. One evening, a fearful blank arose. A. Bedstead. B. Tempest. C. Delicacy. D. Condition. The correct answer is option B. Tempest. Explanation. A tempest refers to a violent storm, which is described in the story with thunder and heavy rain. Question 18. All at once, there was heard a violent blank at the door. A. Knocking. B. Burden. C. Wished. D. Prosperous. The correct answer is option A. Knocking. Explanation. The word knocking fits the context, as someone is at the door in the middle of the storm. Question 19. What with the rain and the wind, she was in a sad blank. A. Condition. B. Tempest. C. Trifle. D. Cast. The correct answer is option A. Condition. Explanation. The princess is described as being in a sad condition, soaked from the rain and clinging to her clothes. Question 20. She then laid 20 mattresses, one upon another, on the blank. A. Bedstead. B. Prosperous. C. Delicacy. D. Burden. The correct answer is option A. Bedstead. Explanation. A bedstead is the frame of the bed, which fits the description of the old queen's actions. Question 21. I have blank closed my eyes the whole night through. A. Prosperous. B. Scarcely. C. Knocking. D. Tempest. The correct answer is option B. Scarcely. Explanation. Scarcely means barely or hardly, which matches the princess's statement about her troubled sleep. Question 22. None but a real princess could have such a blank sense of feeling. A. Delicate. B. Impossible. C. Prosperous. D. Burden. The correct answer is option A. Delicate. Explanation. Delicate is used to describe the princess's sensitivity, proving her royal status. Question 23. Wasn't this a lady of real blank? A. Prosperous. B. Burden. C. Delicacy. D. Trifle. The correct answer is option C. Delicacy. Explanation. Delicacy is the correct word to emphasize the refined and sensitive nature of the princess. Question 24. Oh no, she said, I forgot my pencil case. A. Oh no, she said, I forgot my pencil case. B. Oh no, she said, I forgot my pencil case. C. Oh no, she said, I forgot my pencil case. The correct answer is option C. Oh no, she said, I forgot my pencil case. Explanation. The sentence needs correct punctuation, including a comma after oh no and full stops after she said and I forgot my pencil case. Question 25. Where would you like to go on holiday? A. Where would you like to go on holiday? B. Where would you like to go on holiday? C. Where would you like to go on holiday? The correct answer is option B. Where would you like to go on holiday? Explanation. The corrected sentence replaces would with to and adds a question mark. Question 26. Ben doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. A. Ben don't know what he wants to do when he grows up. B. Ben doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. C. Ben doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. The correct answer is option B. Ben doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. Explanation. The corrected sentence fixes the spelling of doesn't and know and uses proper grammar throughout. Question 27. At the sweet shop, I bought some chews, a packet of crisps, an ice lolly, and a chocolate bar. A. At the sweet shop, I bought some chews, a packet of crisps, an ice lolly, and a chocolate bar. B. At the sweet shop, I bought some chews, a packet of crisps, an ice lolly, and a chocolate bar. C. At the sweet shop, I bought some shoes, a packet of crisps, an ice lolly, and a chocolate bar. The correct answer is option A. At the sweet shop, I bought some chews, a packet of crisps, an ice lolly, and a chocolate bar. Explanation. The corrected sentence adds commas and fixes the spelling of chocolate. Question 28. Uncle Sunil shared the coins among Abdul, Bahir, and Mahar. The correct answer is among. Explanation. Among is used when sharing involves more than two people. Question 29. Aunt Mary shared the sweets between David and Laura. The correct answer is between. Explanation. Between is used when referring to two people or groups. Question 30. The miser found a gold ring among his coins. The correct answer is among. Explanation. Among is used because the ring was located within a group of coins. Question 31. Deepak left a little space between each word and the next. The correct answer is between. Explanation. Between is appropriate because it refers to the space separating two words. Question 32. Are there any coins in the bag? The correct answer is A. There. Explanation. There refers to a place or existence, fitting the context of the question. Question 33. They put their bags over there. The correct answer is D. There. Explanation. The sentence refers to possession, requiring the use of there for the first blank and there for the second blank, which refers to position or location. Question 34. Will their house ever be sold? The correct answer is B. There. Explanation. Theirs is used to indicate ownership of the house. Question 35. Some birds obtain their food by digging with their bills. The correct answer is E. Their. Explanation. Both blanks refer to possession, requiring the use of their. Question 36. The plane descended onto the runway, battered by the strong winds. The underlined part is, the plane descended onto the runway. The correct answer is clause. Explanation. The plane descended onto the runway is a clause because it has a subject, the plane, and a verb, descended, and expresses a complete thought. Question 37. The girl wandered aimlessly through the deep, dark woods. The underlined part is, through the deep, dark woods. The correct answer is phrase. Explanation. The underlined part does not have a subject or a verb, making it a phrase. Question 38. We walked to the village along the quiet country lane. The underlined part is, along the quiet country lane. The correct answer is phrase. Explanation. The underlined part lacks both a subject and a verb, which defines it as a phrase. Question 39. She looked around the schoolyard, searching for her friend. The underlined part is, she looked around the schoolyard. The correct answer is clause. Explanation. The underlined part is a clause because it has a subject, she, and a verb, looked, and expresses a complete thought. Question 40. Which way do we go now? The correct answer is question. Explanation. This sentence ends with a question mark and asks for information, making it a question. Question 41. Take the next road on the left. The correct answer is command. Explanation. This sentence gives an instruction, making it a command. Question 42. The village is 20 miles away. The correct answer is statement. Explanation. This sentence provides information, making it a statement. Question 43. I cannot wait to see it. The correct answer is exclamation. Explanation. This sentence expresses strong emotion and ends with an exclamation mark, making it an exclamation. Question 44. I went swimming last night. The correct answer is simple. Explanation. This sentence contains a single independent clause with one subject and one verb, making it a simple sentence. Question 45. Although I like watching football, I prefer to play rugby. The correct answer is complex. Explanation. This sentence contains a dependent clause, although I like watching football, and an independent clause, I prefer to play rugby, making it a complex sentence. Question 46. I had finished all my homework, so I was allowed to play outside. The correct answer is compound. Explanation. This sentence contains two independent clauses joined by the conjunction so, making it a compound sentence. Question 47. The flowers, which looked like they were dying, needed some water. The correct answer is complex. Explanation. This sentence contains a main clause, the flowers needed some water, and a relative clause, which looked like they were dying, making it a complex sentence. Question 48. I can name all the planets. The correct answer is simple. Explanation. This sentence contains one independent clause with one subject and one verb, making it a simple sentence. Question 49. I really need the toilet, said Leodine. The correct answer is option A. I really need the toilet, said Leodine. Explanation. Speech marks are placed around the spoken words, with the comma correctly placed inside the closing quotation marks. Question 50. Do we have to take our lizards? She asked. The correct answer is option B. Do we have to take our lizards? She asked. Explanation. The question mark is placed inside the closing quotation marks, followed by lowercase she. Question 51. Kirsty said that she saw a rat. The correct answer is option A. Kirsty said, I saw a rat. Explanation. The sentence is rewritten as direct speech, with the spoken words enclosed in quotation marks. Question 52. Stevie shouted for more cake. The correct answer is option B. Stevie shouted more cake. Explanation. The sentence is rewritten to reflect Stevie's exact words, with correct punctuation and speech marks. Question 53. The Cake Company issued a sincere apology. The correct spelling is S-I-N-C-E-R-E. Sincere. Explanation. The incorrect spelling, sincere, has been corrected to sincere. Question 54. Many insects are hugely beneficial for the environment. The correct spelling is E-N-V-I-R-O-N-M-E-N-T. Environment. Explanation. The incorrect spelling environment has been corrected to environment. Question 55. Are you available to help with the upcoming music event? The correct spelling is available. Available. Explanation. The incorrect spelling available has been corrected to available. Question 56. I really appreciate this award, sobbed the celebrity. The correct spelling is APPRECIATE. Question 55. Are you available to help with the upcoming music event? The correct spelling is AVAILABLE. Available. Explanation. The incorrect spelling available has been corrected to available. Question 56. I really appreciate this award, sobbed the celebrity. The correct spelling is APPRECIATE. Appreciate. Explanation. The incorrect spelling appreciate has been corrected to appreciate. Question 57. Would you like the opportunity to work on a real farm? The correct spelling is OPPORTUNITY. Opportunity. Explanation. The incorrect spelling opportunity has been corrected to opportunity. Question 58. Jade made sure that she had used a sufficient amount of flour. The correct spelling is SUFFICIENT. Sufficient. Explanation. The incorrect spelling sufficient has been corrected to sufficient. Question 59. Use this part of a calendar to find the date of the third Monday in June. Option A, 19th. Option B, 17th. Option C, 20th. The correct answer is option A, 19th. Explanation. The third Monday in June is the 19th, based on the calendar provided. Question 60. 200 minutes is blank hours and blank minutes. Option A, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Option B, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Option C, 3 hours, 50 minutes. The correct answer is option A, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Explanation. 200 minutes is 3 hours, 180 minutes, and 20 additional minutes. Question 61. 40 minutes plus 38 minutes plus blank equals 2 hours. Option A, 30 minutes. Option B, 42 minutes. Option C, 50 minutes. The correct answer is option B, 42 minutes. Explanation. 2 hours equals 120 minutes. Subtracting 40 and 38 leaves 42 minutes. Question 62. Change one 40-page M to a 24-hour clock time. Option A, 12:40. Option B, 1 for a quickie. Option C, 13:40. The correct answer is option C, 13:40. Explanation. One 40-page M in a 24-hour clock format is 13:40. Question 63. The Masons' holiday is from the 16th of January until the 13th of February, including both dates. How many days is this? The correct answer is 29 days. Explanation. From January 16th to January 31st is 16 days. Adding 13 days in February gives 29 days. Question 64. Write the 24-hour clock time 2035 using AM or PM. Option A, 8:35 page M. Option B, 9:35 page M. Option C, 10:35 page M. The correct answer is option A, 8:35 page M. Explanation. 2035 is 8:35 page M in 12-hour format. Question 65. What time does clock C show? Option A, 4:35. Option B, 3:45. Option C, 12:55. The correct answer is option B, 3:45. Explanation. The hands of clock C show 3:45. Question 66. Which clock shows the same time as clock A? The correct answer is clock E. Explanation. Both clock A and clock E show 19:20, which is 7:20 in the evening. Question 67. Which clock shows 20 to 7 in the evening? The correct answer is clock D. Explanation. 20 to 7 in the evening is 18:40, which matches clock D. Question 68. Clock A is 35 minutes fast. What time should it show? Option A, 6:45. Option B, 8:45. The correct answer is option A, 6:45. Explanation. Clock A shows 19:20, but is 35 minutes fast. Subtracting 35 minutes gives 6:45. Question 69. Which clock gives the time as 90 minutes later than 10 past 8? Option A, 8:45. Option B, 9:40. The correct answer is option B, 9:40. Explanation. 10 past 8 is 8:10. Adding 90 minutes gives 9:40. Question 70. How long does it take the number 35 bus to get from the bus station to Bank Street? The correct answer is 25 minutes. Explanation. From 10:15 to 10:40 is a duration of 25 minutes. Question 71. How long does it take the number 42 bus to travel from the bus station to Bigsby Road? The correct answer is 35 minutes. Explanation. From 11:25 to 12 noon is a duration of 35 minutes. Question 72. How long is the journey from Bank Street to Clayton Close on the number 35 bus? The correct answer is 27 minutes. Explanation. From 10:40 to 11:07 is a duration of 27 minutes. Question 73. How much longer does it take the number 42 bus to get from the bus station to the hospital than the number 35 bus? The correct answer is 7 minutes. Explanation. The number 42 bus takes 72 minutes, and the number 35 bus takes 65 minutes, so the difference is 7 minutes. Question 74. How many hours are there in 2½ days? The correct answer is 60 hours. Explanation. 1 day is 24 hours. 2½ days equals 2 times 24 plus 12, which is 60 hours. Question 75. How many minutes are there from 11:37 p.m. on Thursday until 1:13 a.m. on Friday? The correct answer is 96 minutes. Explanation. From 11:37 to midnight is 23 minutes, and from midnight to 1:13 is 73 minutes. Adding these gives 96 minutes. Question 76. What is the time 3/4 of an hour before 1:35 a.m.? Option A, 12:45. Option B, 12:30. Option C, 12:50. The correct answer is option C, 12:50. Explanation. Subtracting 45 minutes from 1:35 gives 12:50. Question 77. Canute allowed 12 minutes for the walk to the theater and 5 minutes to find her seat. What time did she leave? Option A, 10:13. Option B, 10:23. Option C, 10:25. The correct answer is option A, 10:13. Explanation. The play starts at 10:30. Subtracting 17 minutes, 12 plus 5 gives 10:13. Question 78. Joan left 16 minutes after Canute. It took her 9 minutes to walk to the theater and 3 minutes to find her seat. How late was Ja for the play? The correct answer is 11 minutes. Explanation. Jo left at 10:29, 16 minutes after Canute at 10:13. Adding 12 minutes for her walk and finding her seat gives 10:41. The play started at 10:30, so she was 11 minutes late. Question 79. Mary's birthday is 12 days after Alan's. Alan celebrates his birthday on the 27th of September. The correct answer is 9th October. Explanation. Adding 12 days to September 27th brings the date to October 9th. Question 80. Spelling overruns by 12 minutes. What time does Jessica's break now start? Option A, 11:22. Option B, 11:12. Option C, 11:02. The correct answer is option C, 11:02. Explanation. Spelling normally ends at 10:50. Adding 12 minutes means the break now starts at 11:02. Question 81. Jessica leaves school to go to the dentist 35 minutes before literacy starts and returns to school 5 minutes before the start of lunch. How many minutes is she away from school? Option A, 1 hour, 35 minutes. Option B, 1 hour, 40 minutes. Option C, 1 hour, 2 minutes. The correct answer is option A, 1 hour, 35 minutes. Explanation. From 10:35 to 12:10 is 1 hour, 35 minutes. Question 82. Jessica was away at the dentist for 10 minutes longer than the length of her music lesson. When will her music lesson end? Option A, 4:30. Option B, 4:05. Option C, 5:25. The correct answer is option B, 4:05. Explanation. The music lesson starts at 2:40 and lasts 1 hour 25 minutes, ending at 4:05. Question 83. Jenny spends 25 minutes on her homework each night for 5 nights each week. How long in hours and minutes would she spend doing her homework over 2 weeks? Option A, 4 hours, 30 minutes. Option B, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Option C, 4 hours, 10 minutes. The correct answer is option C, 4 hours, 10 minutes. Explanation. 25 minutes times 10 nights equals 250 minutes, or 4 hours, 10 minutes. Question 84. Javier took 2 hours and 20 minutes to run a half marathon. Which of these could have been his start and finish times? Option A, 10:20 and 12 noon. Option B, 11:50 and 1:10. Option C, 11:10 and 1:45. Option D, 11:35 and 1:55. The correct answer is option D, 11:35 and 1:55. Explanation. 2 hours 20 minutes added to 11:35 gives 1:55. Question 85. Mr. Smith started to paint his fence at 9:45 in the morning and finished at 5:15 p.m. If he took an hour off for lunch, how many hours was he painting for? Option A, 5 hours 45 minutes. Option B, 7 hours. Option C, 6 hours 30 minutes. The correct answer is option C, 6 hours 30 minutes. Explanation. From 9:45 to 5:15 is 7.5 hours. Subtracting 1 hour for lunch gives 6 hours 30 minutes. Question 86. Todd, Sam, and Patrick all had swimming lessons, one after the other. Each lesson lasted the same amount of time. Their lessons lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes altogether. How long was each lesson? The correct answer is 45 minutes. Explanation. 2 hours 15 minutes is 135 minutes. Dividing this by 3 gives 45 minutes per lesson. Question 87. Thomas won a race with a time of 3 3/4 minutes. How many seconds is this? Option A, 225 seconds. Option B, 190 seconds. Option C, 300 seconds. Option D, 250 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 225 seconds. Explanation. 3 minutes is 180 seconds. 3/4 of a minute is 45 seconds. Adding these gives 225 seconds. Question 88. If 18th May is a Tuesday, what day of the week is 18th June? Correct answer is Friday. Explanation. 31 days after Tuesday is Friday. Question 89. It is 4 p.m. London time. What time will it be in Tokyo? Option A, 3 a.m. Option B, 1 a.m. Option C, 2 a.m. The correct answer is option B, 1 a.m. Explanation. Tokyo is 9 hours ahead of London. Question 90. It is 4 p.m. London time. What time will it be in New York? Option A, 8 a.m. Option B, 7 a.m. Option C, 6 a.m. The correct answer is option A, 8 a.m. Explanation. New York is 8 hours behind London.
Your codes, question 91. What we have to do here is look for the duplicate letters, so I can see R and R. And I know that R is going to be meaning a certain thing in these shapes, okay? So R and R probably indicates that the square has to be small, and Q would indicate the square has to be big, okay? So when I'm trying to figure out what code results in this shape, this is a big square, so I know the code has to start in Q, okay? So I'm going to cancel out all of these options. It can either be A or B. Now to figure out what does the second letter mean? I can see the J and the J here. And the similarity between these two J's is that they have cross-hatching, okay? And that would mean that L, if the second letter says L, that the shape has to have diagonal lining. This one has diagonal lining, so it must be L, meaning it's going to be option B. All right. Next question. Look at the duplicates, M and M. What's similar between these two shapes? They have black balls. That means M equals black, N equals white. Okay, this is going to be white. So it's only going to be option C. If we look at the next letter, A seems to mean that there's going to be 2 balls, while B means there's 3. Okay, so C is the answer. Question 93. You've got two S's here. S seems to mean that the arrow is pointing up. T means it's pointing left, okay? This is pointing left, it's going to start with a T. Look at the next thing. We've got G and G. So G means that it's white, whereas F means that it's striped. So if we recap, it's going to be T, F, option E. Question 94. The X and the X seem to indicate a small hexagon, whereas Y means big. So this is going to be big. It's going to be Y. B and, okay, so second letter A and A. A means that it has to be a horizontal striping, whereas B means vertical striping. So it's going to be Y, B, which is option A. Okay. And if we come to the optional questions here, we've got P and P, which is cross-hatching. Okay. Whereas Q would mean white, so this is going to be white. It's going to be Q. And C and C, C means a star, whereas D means this shape, so it's going to be Q, D. Okay, because Q means white and D means the correct shape. This one. Next option. What you have to do is look for the duplicates. X seems to mean black circle. Means W means white, so this is going to be W, okay? Second letter is going to be W. Let's look at the front letter. These are all different. So what's different between all of these? It's the orientation or the rotation of the shape, okay? One's pointing this way, okay? But this matches this one, so it's going to start with an L, it's going to end with a W. LW. Next question. You've got stripes here. N and N. So N means stripes, okay? So which option doesn't end with N? It can only be option E. So this is how you can do it quickly without even having to figure out both of them. But let's work it out anyway. A, B, C, that just means the shape. So this is going to be B because it's a heart, okay? Option E. Next question. Now we've got four different shapes. It makes it a bit more difficult. Let's look at the two G's. What's similar between these? The size of the shape is similar. And two F's, size is similar. Okay, so this is going to be a G type shape. It's got a small square. Look at the S and the S. What's similar is the line down the middle. So it's a pattern inside. First letter means pattern inside. So this one's going to be R because it's got a white thing inside. So RG, which is option C. Next question. We've got F and L. F, this is size of the plus, and then G means smaller plus. So this is going to be an F-sized plus for the example shape. Second letter is all different. So what's different between all of these? None of them have the same thing that's inside. So we know white square means M, black square means L, nothing inside means N, okay? It's going to be M and FM, option D. Okay, again, look at the things that are similar. A and A. What's similar? Black circle, right? So A means black circle. And W, X, Y, Z, all different, all pointing in different ways. So up means X, okay? So it's going to be X. And we said that A means black, so it's going to be XA, which is option A. Now it's a different type of code, still the same thing. It's just we've got multiple shapes in this one section. So again, look for the similarities. S and S. What's similar between these two? They both have one black shape. And they're, well, actually, we could say that, but look at T. T also has one black shape. So what's similar between these two that isn't similar in this? These are made of pentagons. This is made of a triangle. So triangle means T, meaning this has to end with a T. Now, A, B, C. What does that mean? Seems to mean middle shape is black, top shape is black, or bottom shape is black. So if top means B, then it should be B and then T, option D. Keep going. K and K. Similarity here is that they have a white inside, whereas this one has a striped inside. That means L means striped, whereas K means white. Okay, so it's a striped, it means it has to have L at the bottom, either this one or this one. Now if we look at the top letters X, Y, Z, all different. So what's different between all of these squares? Bottom, top, middle. So middle means Z. Okay, so it's going to be ZL for the example shape. P and P here. We've got a semicircle here, and these are white, whereas Q seems to mean striped. So if this is going to be Q, it's going to be Q here. If you look at the next one, F, G, H, all different. What's different about all of these? The positioning again. Middle, bottom, top. Okay, so bottom means G. So it's going to be Q, G, which is option A, right here. Next shape, S and X. So T and T means white, whereas TS means black. Okay, so this is going to be S, which is black. X, Y, Z. All of the positionings are different. This is diagonal right, and then straight. So straight means Z, it's going to be S, Z, alright, which is option E. Okay, next question. R, J. R and R here are the same, whereas S is different. So this is dashed. S means dashed, R means straight. This is straight, so it has to be R. Now, JKL, all different. What's different about all three of these? Circles top right, bottom left, top bottom right. So K means bottom left, so it's going to be option K for the bottom one, which is going to be RK, which is option E. Alright, last two questions. L and L, so circle and circle, whereas M seems to mean square. So the example shape here is a circle, so it's going to be L. Now C, D, E, D, all different. Actually, D and D seem to indicate that they'll have stripes. Okay, E means white, C means black. This is white, so it's going to be E. So it's going to be L, E, which is option B right here. Okay. Next one, F and F. What does that seem to indicate? I don't actually see any similarities here, so let's skip that for now. See if there's any others. Y and Y. So bottom letter similarities here is that they have hexagons. So the bottom letter is the shape. Okay, so X means oval. That means this one's going to be an oval. Okay. And let's look at the top. What could it be? So F, G, H, F. So I think the only similarity I can see between F and F is that the lines are horizontal. Even though this is dashed, they're still horizontal. G is vertical, H is diagonal. So that's all I can think it can mean. It means if it's vertical, this is vertical. It means it must be option G. Okay. So GX, which is option E.
Verbal reasoning. Complete the alphabet series. Question 95. FA, GB, HC, ID, JE. What comes next? First, let's look at the first letters. F, G, H, I, J. They go forward one step in the alphabet each time. So after J comes K. Now the second letters, A, B, C, D, E. These also go forward one step each time. So after E comes F. The answer is KF. Question 96. WH, TJ, QL, NN, KP. What comes next? For the first letters, W, T, Q, N, K. They go back 3 steps each time. So before K is H. For the second letters, H, J, L, N, P. They go forward 2 steps each time. After P is R. The answer is H, AIM, R. Question 97. Florida, GK, IJ, LI, PH. What comes next? The first letters are F, G, I, L, P. They increase forward by 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. So after P, we jump forward 5 steps to U. The second letters are L, K, J, I, H. They go backward 1 step each time. Before H is G. The answer is UG. Question 98. WX, SA, OD, KG, GJ. What comes next? The first letters are W, S, O, K, G. They go backward 4 steps each time. Before G is C. The second letters are X, A, D, G, J. They go forward 3 steps each time. After J is M. The answer is C, M. Question 99. WDVBTZQXMV. What comes next? The first letters are W, V, T, Q, M. They move back by 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. Before M is H. The second letters are D, B, Z, X, V. They go back 2 steps each time. Before V is T. The answer is HIT. Question 100. MB, NG, LL, OQ, KV. What comes next? The first letters are M, N, L, O, K. They alternate between moving forward 1 step and back 2 steps. After K, we go forward 1 step to P. The second letters are B, G, L, Q, V. They go forward 5 steps each time. After V is A. The answer is PA. Optional questions. Long comprehension. Question 1. The author compares a bone with a pencil to help explain something about bones. What does the author want to explain? The correct answer is, the author wants to explain that bones can bend a little, but that they will break if they bend too much. Explanation. This comparison helps the reader understand the flexibility and breaking point of bones. Question 2. What 2 reasons does the text give to explain why a doctor takes an X-ray? The correct answer is, a doctor takes an X-ray to find out if a bone is broken and to find out how to set a broken bone. Explanation. X-rays help the doctor identify the condition of the bone and determine how to fix it. Question 3. What does setting a bone mean? The correct answer is, setting a bone means moving the pieces of the broken bone back to their normal position. Explanation. This ensures that the bone heals properly and returns to its original state. Question 4. A. How long does a person with a broken bone need to wear a cast? Use information in the text to make an inference. The correct answer is, a person with a broken bone has to wear a cast for 1 to 2 months. Question 4. B. Write the sentence from the text that helped you make your inference. The correct answer is, it can take from 1 to 2 months for a broken bone to heal. Question 5. Use information from the text to complete the chart of causes and effects. Cause. A doctor sets the broken bone. Effect. The pieces of broken bone are now back in their normal position. Cause. A cast is put around the part of the body where the broken bone is. Effect. The broken pieces of bone do not move while they heal. Cause. The bone makes many new cells to heal the break. Effect. The broken pieces of bone stick together and slowly make the bone as good as new. Stick together and slowly make the bone as good as new. Proofreading exercise. Each sentence contains 3 mistakes in spelling or punctuation. The corrected sentences are as follows. Sentence 1. Original. We might find out soon whether there was ever life on Mars. Corrected. We might find out soon whether there was ever life on Mars. Explanation. The word might is corrected to might. Weather is corrected to weather, and Mars is capitalized to Mars. Sentence 2. Original. On Saturday, we're going to watch the football. Corrected. On Saturday, we're going to watch the football. Explanation. The word Saturday is capitalized to Saturday, and no other corrections are needed as the sentence is already grammatically correct apart from the capitalization. Sentence 3. Original. Do you want to come with us? Corrected. Do you want to come with us? Explanation. The D in do is capitalized, and a question mark is added at the end. Sentence 4. Original. I've got a new mobile phone, and it's amazing. Corrected. I've got a new mobile phone, and it's amazing. Explanation. The word I've is corrected to I've, a comma is added after phone, and it's is corrected to its. Sentence 5. Original. Our school team won the cricket tournament, and I was very proud when they went to receive the trophy. Corrected. Our school team won the cricket tournament, and I was very proud when they went to receive the trophy. Explanation. The word tournament is corrected to tournament, receive is corrected to receive, and trophy is corrected to trophy. Sentence 6. Original. Despite the constant rain, forgetting the sleeping bags, getting lost in the woods, and the car breaking down, the camping trip went really well. Corrected. Despite the constant rain, forgetting the sleeping bags, getting lost in the woods, and the car breaking down, the camping trip went really well. Explanation. Commas are added after rain, bags, and down to improve clarity and punctuation. Sentence 7. Original. Do you enjoy English lessons? He asked. Corrected. Do you enjoy English lessons? He asked. Explanation. The word English is corrected to English, a question mark is added after lessons, and the punctuation is placed correctly. Write the sentences using among or between. Sentence 1. The twins seldom agree between themselves. Explanation. Between is used because it refers to two distinct individuals. Sentence 2. The Irish Sea flows between England and Ireland. Explanation. Between is used because it refers to two distinct geographical locations. Sentence 3. The two pirates divided the treasure between them. Explanation. Between is used because it involves two individuals. Sentence 4. The captain divided the sweets among the players. Explanation. Among is used because it refers to more than two players. Sentence 5. The young dancing couple shared the prize between them. Explanation. Between is used because it involves two individuals. Sentence 6. The coin was wedged between the two stones. Explanation. Between is used because it refers to two objects. Write the sentences using there or there. Sentence 1. The whales seized their victims in their jaws and disappeared. Explanation. There indicates possession, referring to the whale's jaws. Sentence 2. The teacher corrected their exercises. Explanation. There indicates possession, referring to the students' exercises. Sentence 3. We'll meet their relations there tomorrow. Explanation. There indicates possession, referring to the relations, and there indicates a place. Sentence 4. She was there when it happened. Explanation. There refers to a location. Sentence 5. Scientists come to their village to study their customs. Explanation. Theirs indicates possession, referring to the village and its customs. Sentence 6. Their school team took part in the concert. Explanation. There indicates possession, referring to the school team. Is the underlined part of each sentence a phrase or a clause? Tick the correct answer. Sentence 1. The girl crept down the stairs as quietly as possible. Answer. Phrase. Explanation. As quietly as possible is a phrase because it does not contain both a subject and a verb. It functions as an adverbial phrase describing how the girl crept. Sentence 2. Amira was fast asleep, dreaming of becoming a singer. Answer. Clause. Explanation. Amira was fast asleep is a clause because it contains both a subject, Amira, and a verb, was. It is an independent clause because it expresses a complete thought. Sentence 3. It was a beautiful day, with not a single cloud in the sky. Answer. Clause. Explanation. It was a beautiful day is a clause because it contains both a subject, it, and a verb, was. It is an independent clause because it expresses a complete thought. Sentence 4. With a smile on his face, he made his way through the crowd. Answer. Phrase. Explanation. With a smile on his face is a phrase because it does not contain both a subject and a verb. It functions as a prepositional phrase providing descriptive detail. Sentence 5. Joe fell into the swimming pool with his ice cream in his hand. Answer. Clause. Explanation. With his ice cream in his hand is a clause because it connects to the subject Joe and the verb fell, forming a complete idea. All these sentences need speech marks. Stick them in the right places. First sentence. Where's my bucket? He shouted. The ceiling's leaking. The first part of the sentence, where's my bucket, is a direct speech, so we place speech marks around it to indicate the exact words being spoken. We also include the question mark inside the speech marks because it is part of what is being said. After this, the tag he shouted tells us who is speaking, so it is outside the speech marks. The second sentence, the ceiling's leaking, is also a direct quote and needs its own speech marks. We include the exclamation mark inside the speech marks because it is part of the speaker's words. Second sentence, Amy whispered, "Don't go into the cellar." In this sentence, "don't go into the cellar" is a direct quote, so it is placed inside speech marks. The comma after Amy whispered separates the reporting clause from the direct speech, and the full stop comes inside the speech marks because it belongs to the quote. Remember, speech marks are used to show the exact words spoken by someone, and punctuation such as commas, question marks, and exclamation marks go inside the speech marks when they are part of what is being said. All these sentences need speech marks. Stick them in the right places. Sentence 1. The sentence says, the monster said he wanted a hanky. To correctly show what the monster actually said, you need to use direct speech with quotation marks. The corrected version is, the monster said, "I want a hanky." Explanation. The quotation marks are placed around the exact words the monster spoke. "I want a hanky." This indicates it is a direct quote. Additionally, the first letter of the quoted sentence, "I," is capitalized, as it begins a new sentence inside the quotation marks. The comma before the quote separates the reporting clause, "the monster said," from the spoken words. The spelling mistakes in these sentences have been circled. Write the correct spelling for each circled word in the box. First sentence. At school this week, we began learning a new language. The correct spelling is language. Here's why. The word language is written phonetically, but the correct spelling is language, which comes from the Latin word lingua, meaning tongue or speech. Second sentence. Frequently, the older children help the younger children. The correct spelling is frequently. Here's why. The word frequently adds extra letters that don't belong. The correct spelling, frequently, comes from the Latin word frequentia, meaning something that happens often or repeatedly. Third sentence. The name of the new building has caused great controversy. The correct spelling is controversy. Here's why. The word controversy uses the wrong suffix. The correct spelling is controversy, which comes from the Latin word controversia, meaning dispute or disagreement. Fourth sentence. My friend laughed at my pronunciation of her surname. The correct spelling is pronunciation. Here's why. The word pronunciation incorrectly adds C and keeps an unnecessary O. The correct spelling, pronunciation, drops the O from pronounce when forming the noun. Fifth sentence. My pet geese harass anyone who walks through their field. The correct spelling is harass. Here's why. The word harass misses a second S. The correct spelling, harass, comes from Old French harasser, which means to torment or trouble. Each sentence below has one word which is spelt incorrectly. Circle the incorrect word and write the correct spelling in the box. First sentence. Next week, we're having a community bake sale. The correct spelling is community. Here's why. The word community ends with an unnecessary IE. The correct spelling is community, which comes from the Latin word communitas, meaning fellowship or togetherness. Second sentence. Slowly, the toddler dunked a soldier into their runny egg. The correct spelling is soldier. Here's why. The word soldier is written phonetically, but is incorrect. The proper spelling is soldier, referring to a member of the armed forces. Third sentence. When the fire ants escaped, the results were disastrous. The correct spelling is disastrous. Okay, here is the script at a moderate pace. Third sentence. When the fire ants escaped, the results were disastrous. The correct spelling is disastrous. Here's why. The word disastrous misses the O in the suffix. The correct spelling, disastrous, comes from the word disaster, meaning a terrible event. Fourth sentence. The equipment needs to be put away after each PE lesson. The correct spelling is equipment. Here's why. The word equipment starts with an incorrect K sound. The correct spelling is equipment, which means tools or items needed for a specific task. Fifth sentence. Our local convenience store is opening next week. The correct spelling is convenience. Here's why. The word convenience adds extra letters and misrepresents the ending. The correct spelling, convenience, comes from the Latin word convenientia, meaning suitability or ease. Here is part of a train timetable. Fill in the time at which train B will arrive at Langford if it takes the same amount of time as train A. You will need to work out all of the times to find the answer. First question, train timetable. We need to find the times for train B at each station. Train B takes the same amount of time as train A between each stop. Let's work it out step by step. Train A starts at 6:45 and train B starts at 7:30. The time difference between stations for train A helps us calculate train B's times. Train A reaches Linton at 7:08, which is 23 minutes after it starts. For train B, adding 23 minutes to 7:30 gives 7:53. Train A reaches Dool at 7:36, which is 28 minutes later. Adding 28 minutes to 7:30 gives 8:21 for train B. train A reaches Pimwich at 8:12, which is 36 minutes later. Adding 36 minutes to 7:30 gives 8:57 for train B. Train A reaches Langford at 8:19, which is 43 minutes later. Adding 43 minutes to 7:30 gives 9:04 for train B. Train A reaches Pagnell at 8:24, which is 49 minutes later. Adding 49 minutes to 7:30 gives 9:09 for train B. So train B's times are 7:53, 8:21, 8:57, 9:04, and 9:09. Great work. Second question. Molly visited the zoo on a Thursday in February. Let's figure out the time she was there. In February, the zoo's winter hours are 10:30 to 15:30. Molly arrived 40 minutes after the zoo opened. Adding 40 minutes to 10:30 gives 11:10. She left 2.5 hours before it closed. Subtracting 2.5 hours from 15:30 gives 1300. So Molly was at the zoo from 11:10 to 1300. Nice job! Third question, clock puzzle. We're looking for the clock that shows 25 minutes to midnight. Midnight is 0000, so 25 minutes to midnight is 23:35. Looking at the options, clock A shows 23:35. That's the correct one. The answer is A. Verbal reasoning. Complete the alphabet series. Complete the alphabet series. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Find the pair of letters that continue each series in the most sensible way. First, let's look at pair 1. For the first letter, we move forward in the alphabet, one step at a time. Starting with A, we go to B, then C, and D. So the first letter of the next sequence in pair 1 is D. Now for the second letter in pair 1, we move backwards in the alphabet, also one step at a time. Starting with Z, we go to Y, then X, and W. So the second letter of the next sequence in pair 1 is W. That means the next sequence in pair 1 is D-Q. Next, let's look at pair 2. For the first letter, we move backwards in the alphabet, but this time in steps of 2. Starting with T, we go to R, then P, and N. So the first letter of the next sequence in pair 2 is N. For the second letter in pair 2, we move forwards in the alphabet, in steps of 2. Starting with I, we go to K, then M, and O. So the second letter of the next sequence in pair 2 is O. That means the next sequence in pair 2 is N-O.